I am officially live. I just messaged my YouTuber buddy or BFF to say, hey, I'm going live. So, anyways, back to cooking in the kitchen. This is not a cooking channel by any means, but it's definitely a channel that is attempting to grow. And I just want to keep testing out lives until I officially have my live setup. So, anyways, what have I been up to today? I did do one. I did work on some YouTube stuff. Not any editing, but I did have to film. Went to the grocery store. Tonight we're making burgers. My husband's having turkey burgers. I'm having something different. Hello to whoever just joined. Hey, that's D. D, by the way, I figured out who the other person was. She will remain nameless, but she's like my editor, formatter, all the things. That was the other person that was on here the other night with us. So that was cool. So like I said, we're having burgers tonight. I'm having jalapeno jack burgers, and my husband is having turkey burgers. I probably should have turkey, but I'm gonna have some beef. Um, I put on makeup today because I was filming. I'm taking the advice from UD where I'm trying to do some bulk batch filming. So that's why I needed to be slightly glammed up. And also, what else did I do? Oh, I'm mapping out everything for the challenge. That's what I've been doing. My daughter made burgers New Year's Eve for us. Ooh, that sounds good. It's, I don't know, something about a good homemade burger. And we got some decent buns too. So, yeah. Batch recording is the way to go. It saved me when I had COVID. Yes. You know what? Towards the end with Vlogmas, because I was traveling, um, I ended up getting ahead. And so you guys were getting, and I kept saying that every video. I was just like, I'm losing track of days. But I stopped recording on the 20th, and I basically didn't have to record anything for over a week. I think it was over a week. Yeah. I started recording again the following Friday when we got on the cruise ship, which was intentional. It was nice because I'm like, I didn't do any work, no YouTube, no entrepreneur, no paper, no nothing. I did nothing. And that's just the way that I like it, is when I'm able to basically do nothing. So I'm finding for the challenge, there's things that I want to do pre-recorded, like tips about. And then I think my only thing with the challenge, and maybe you can give some advice. So with the challenge, do you think it would be, this is what I already know I'm going to do. Instead of recording a video every day, I'm just going to go live. I know that much. Hi to the three other people that joined in. Type in the chat. I'm able to see it, which is great. Um, but I also was like, would it be helpful if I have videos that are giving tips or words of encouragement during the challenge? I'm in the midst of like writing out the plan. Oh my gosh, it's my BFF. My other BFF in life, Kimberly. Okay, D, Kimberly. Kimberly and I work together. She and I traveled this summer, but she's my work BFF, but I just call her BFF because we work at different places. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're watching this, Kimberly. This is nuts. Nuts. Um, I can't say anything if the other person that I think might be on here, only if she types in a chat, then I can be like, hey girl, what's up? But she will remain anonymous. And wow, there's like 10 people watching. That's kind of crazy. Hi everyone. I'm cooking, literally making burgers, but I'm asking what would you guys like for the challenge? This will help me with planning. Do you guys think it would be helpful to have some videos that are talking about tips to do the challenge? Do you think going live every day? I think I'm going to do the live every day just because for a different variety of reasons, it'll cut down my editing time. not even editing. It's just the uploading, all that whole process that I had to go through. I literally said that in my video earlier today. I was like, oh my gosh, I uploaded every day, literally for 2 months. It was intense. Definitely video tips for doing the challenge. Okay, that's good to know. I was thinking, should I do like one video a week of challenge tips? Like, I think during the challenge, there might be like a Monday upload just because people might be kicking off their challenge stuff that day. I thought that would be helpful. But any advice is good advice. And then since you guys are joining the live, I guess I can share this piece. And I cannot believe. Hi, okay. It says Amelia. Hi, Amelia. Thank you for joining. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe you're gonna go live every day. Listen, going live is a whole heck of a lot easier than like recording. And even though they were small clips, they either I was in my car or I was at CrossFit or I was in my office, one or the other. But the time it took to download, put it in CapCut, upload it into YouTube, write the description, going live will be 100,000 times easier because I don't have to do all of that. It cuts down what I would end up needing to do at night. And I need my nighttime because y'all know I need my nighttime to be writing my paper, basically. So whatever I can do to cut down that, that's what would be amazing. So that's why I'm leaning towards going live for 75 days. Yeah. But, I mean, true to form, for those of you that followed the challenge, y'all know I can do it. I know I can do it. I'm going to get myself together at some point this weekend and go live too. Yes, yes, yes. And you better DM me so I can make sure I watch it. That way I can be in the chat chiming in. I don't know if y'all can hear the background, but it's Friday, so that means it's some sort of WWE on TV. I don't think y'all can hear it, but hopefully not. This is not the best angle, but something that Dee and I learned today when you go live, for those of you that are new to YouTube world and you're trying to grow, apparently going vertical is the way to go. So I'm all about sharing the knowledge and wealth and whatever I learn. But so, like I said earlier, I'm working out the plan for the challenge. I believe I'm going to be starting it January 21st. I pretty much want to align it with my schedule for school. So, like my current class, I think ends, I don't know, I think the 16th or something. I have to look. I really have detached myself from that paper as much as possible because I was kind of sick of it by the time day 75 hit. I was so thankful to not have to look at it. But now I have to get my brain ready, at least by Sunday, to see where I've left off. Okay, so we have some time to prepare by the 21st. Yes. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, sorry, I'm reading this really quick. I am going to do the challenge in 2 different ways. Because I know based off of chatting with you, Dee, you're like, I don't know about a 75 day. Can we go a little shorter? So my shorter is 45 day. For those that want to do a shorter challenge. And then others that would like to join me on 75 days, you can do 75 days. You guys will have an option. So, yeah, that's the plan when it comes down to the challenge stuff. And I think weekly videos of tips will be helpful. And the tips, I actually did 25 things that I learned about doing a 75-day challenge video, which you guys will see soon. I think based off of that, I will create some additional tips for you guys individually. Lord, that's still over a month. I will take 7 days for 200, please, Alex. I thought I was doing good with 45 days. I was like, 45 should be good, right? And you're like, that's still over a month. But D, I think you'll do just fine because we literally write like every day. This will like be a perfect way to coast into going to Morocco. It'll kind of prepare you for anything else you want to like tie up before you get ready to go. I think 45 days will be good. Kimberly, you're laughing. I do write every day. You do. Like, you read, you write. I'm like, that takes discipline to me. Kimberly, are you going to join in? I can hear her now. Like, girl, no. I do write every day. Yes. I think it's more doable than you think. Personally, I found that the 75 days, the movement, like doing exercise every day was fine, but it was the fatiguing of that paper. I think around day 60, one time I fell asleep typing. Like I just was done. Literally fell asleep typing. Kimberly says, no, not writing, but other things, yes. Well, the cool thing with the challenge is that I'm writing it out to where if you have a project or something you need to do, that's the idea. Like, what's a project that you need to do within the next 45 days that will help you? That's the goal. I remember when you said you fell asleep typing. I did. It was so bad. I literally was on the couch. Kimberly has been to my house, so you can just see me. I'm on the couch. I'm reclined like I normally am, typing. And literally, like, listen, when you get over 40, sometimes you take involuntary naps that you don't plan for. And it was one of those moments I couldn't control it. Like, I literally fell asleep. And I woke up and I was like, what's going on? It was so crazy. I laugh about it because it's like, that's dedication. And I just had to give myself credit for what I did. I was like, girl, you can check that box. You're good. You're good. You did enough writing. You did the best that you could today. You don't need to do anything else. And I don't even think it was a day that I was commuting. It was just like a regular day, but I crashed out. I was tired. I mean, it happens though, where you just you can't take it anymore. And I couldn't take it anymore. I was just done. Done. So that's going to be my main focus, especially with goals. I went over my goals the other day in my video, and it's like the number one goal is I got to finish school. So the challenge was helpful because we all know that I've got a real spicy chair. So I got to do what I got to do to survive. I'm still here, but I've got to put the tater tots in the air fryer. Okay. I'm like, is anyone else writing? Okay. I will say going vertical, it is a lot easier for me to read what everybody is saying versus when I was horizontal the other day. I was just, yeah, I kept having to click around. So I'm just saying that for you, D. Whenever you go live this weekend, definitely make sure you're vertical because you can just literally see everything as it comes up. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, it makes a huge difference because you'll see, like, if you decide to test out vertical or horizontal just to see it, when people are making comments, like I kept having to touch the screen and I didn't really like having to do that, but because of our recent knowledge that we've gained, this explains why a lot of the smaller channels that I have followed are growing so much because they are all going live. pretty much, it seems like more than one day out of the week, which is very different than what it was like 6 months ago following these channels. But I think a lot of them are really close to also getting monetized, or they're already monetized. So I think that makes a difference. Um, as far as the rest of the weekend, if Dee is feeling up for it, then I think her and I are going to go live on Sunday, which I think will be great for both of our audiences to kind of, what is it, cross-pollinate with each other. Um, I think that'll be good. And then I am pretty much decluttering and continuing that journey. So, okay, just making sure there's no additional comments. But otherwise, oh yeah, I have to get ready because my work life comes back into play come Monday. But Monday is a remote day, and then Tuesday, Wednesday I go in. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday I go in. And then I start teaching the following week, so I'm ready to teach. I'm ready to, really, I'm secretly saying I'm ready for summer. So we will have to set some time. I know you're a brunch girly. Yes, I am a brunch person. Granted, we went to brunch New Year's Day. We went to our favorite spot. So I don't think we're going to go to brunch on Sunday because we have so much stuff we have to get done around here that, yeah, when we were at the grocery store, we're like, okay, let me ask this. Anybody having a hard time finding eggs? Like, we went to, I know Target is not like a regular spot to buy food, but we happen to already be in Target. And usually if I'm already there, I'm like, okay, let me just pick up a couple of things, like for convenience. The whole egg shelf was empty. So then the next day, we're like, oh, we'll just go to Safeway, which is right down the street from us. Same thing. There were no eggs. It was just liquid eggs. Well, it's not that they're just expensive. Like, there were no eggs. Like, 2 stores, no eggs. So we finally went on Post, and it still was like slim pickings on the eggs. Okay, that's what I thought. I was telling my husband, I said, I think I saw that Costco had a recall, but all of this happened while we were traveling. And so I haven't caught up on the news technically, or I'm catching up as much as I want to, but I'm like, something's going on with these eggs. So I already know come springtime, we'll probably be investing back into the City Chicks. You don't know anything about the City Chicks, D, but we had 3 chickens. But I think we're going to have to go back to having chickens again because we're never out. I hope Kimberly the City Chick isn't on the the literal chopping block. No, she's not on the chopping block. I'll talk to you about that later. But yeah, we will be seeking another flock of chickens. I know that much. Simply because eggs are really expensive, and honestly, when you're raising chickens versus buying chicken eggs, it evens itself out, truthfully. It really does even itself out. But having 1 chicken or no chicken and having to buy eggs, it's like we kind of miss out on all the crazy egg stuff that's going on in the world. But yeah. But I thought I would ask, I'm like, am I going crazy? None of these stores have eggs. But now I know. Bird flu. Anybody got anything exciting going on this weekend? Since I feel like I'm adulting all the time. And I did get on the spin bike today. I walked yesterday, spin bike today. I am learning that shorts on YouTube are kind of like a very hit or miss, which is why I never post there. I typically post in the community. And Kimberly, you've seen me on Instagram. I don't do as much on Instagram as I used to. I've decided that I'd rather be here. Nothing for me except getting ready for work. Yeah, I know. I know. Back on the grind on Monday. Kimberly, by the way, LaSure TV, she's my YouTube bestie. And she is a writer and is putting out a movie next fall. So I say all of that to say this. I might need a plus one if, Mr. Williams can't make it with me. Monday is such a sad day. I don't want to go back. I don't think any of us do. I like frolicking around and doing whatever and going live on YouTube and just acting like I don't have a job. Kimberly, why do you look like that? I know. I'm like, I just might need someone to come with me to the influencer day. I'm just saying. I only have like 2 people in my mind. You or my cousin Amanda are the only 2 people that come to the forefront of my mind of like, who would I take if I need a plus one? I have to go back though. The industry is back in offices. Oh no. Oh, trust me, I already checked out her page. Are you stalking? You're verifying. I understand because Dee and I did the same thing. I'm like, is this person real or is this AI? Like, I joke with her and tell her, I'm like, I think secretly you might be famous and I don't know it, which is fine. I'd rather just be naive anyway. And then Kimberly and I are gonna show up to the red carpet and realize like how big you really are. We'll be like, oh crap. But she's really cool and down to earth. That's why we hit it off so well. Yeah. And she has a cool page, a really cool page. And now like Dee and I message each other on Instagram. So that's how we like keep up. It's true. It's so true. I feel like my friends, when I'm like, yeah, I have a YouTube bestie, they all kind of are like, what? I'm just a jealous bestie. No, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Kimberly. This is so different because you know how like on social media, they're like, oh yeah, I met so-and-so and we're like really good friends. I've seen this over the years from like different influencers or content creators. And I'm like, is that really real? And then it happens to me in October and I'm like, it is real. Like you can meet real people on social media and hit it off. Oh my gosh. Don't be a jealous bestie. Don't. There's no need. There's totally no need. So, Dee, Kimberly is the one that identified me at work as a planner girly. And so she's the one that has me doing, I go with her to do the planner stuff. Yeah, it is crazy. It is super crazy. But it makes perfect sense. I'm like, it makes perfect sense that you can meet a perfect stranger. But I love the fact that like my real life, I mean, not that my real life is not interacting, but I love the fact that like people that I know and they know me are, y'all are like crossing over and meeting on the lives, which I think is crazy. Yes, kinfolk, no kinfolk. Exactly. And we can spot crazy. So Kimberly, Dee and I share these crazy stories about how like the algorithm on YouTube just starts saying like, oh, you should follow this person or whatever. And we actually had to talk about like some of the people we had to stop following because they were crazy. I'm like, what are they talking about? These people are possessed. Just possessed. And I had to just take them off the list and just go back to like what I know when it comes to channels that I like to watch and stuff. Okay, so I think I need some folks need therapy real fast. I know they do. I'm like, and they're out here giving advice. I'm like, don't do it. Don't give advice. You seem a little like touched. Yeah. So, anyways, I am just about not like completely done cooking, but I know that the food is going to be done here in a second. So, well, D, hit me up on Instagram when you feel like you're able to go live. Kimberly, are you back home already? Oh yeah, I should ask you now. Are you planning to all these minutes count? I know. I'm like, should we just have quiet time and ASMR and you guys hear the beef like sizzling and the turkey sizzling in the background? I'm just saying. All these minutes count. Kimberly, thank you for hopping on and staying. Um I appreciate it. But I was going to ask you, Kimberly, are you going to the planner meetup next Saturday? Or is that like an official planner meetup? Kind of bummed because I don't think I'm going to be able to make it. Really bummed that I can't make it. Oh, you're back. Okay. Okay. Are you going to the, I think it's the financial planning planner meetup. That's what's happening next Saturday at like 12 o'clock, but I couldn't determine if that was at somebody's house or a restaurant or what. Yes, ma'am. It's an official meetup. Dang it. Depending, I might be able to make it. I might, but I can't make any promises. I really cannot. So, we will see. But I have nothing else to say. And plus, I'm in the midst of finishing up a really, really good audiobook. Because y'all know I joined the book club. It's a clubhouse at an apartment complex. Oh, okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. But I'm finally like to the point of the book where it's actually good. And most of the time when I cook, I listen to audiobooks. I can bring cookies. No. I know. This time for book club, we're actually bringing, I think we're doing a book and wine exchange. Yeah. I'm like, well, that's not a problem. I've stayed fully stocked on wine. Yeah. We had so many cookies. I should have went live when we were tasting all those darn cookies. I felt sick to my stomach afterwards. I was like, I can't eat another cookie. It was a bit much. It was a bit much. It was so many cookies. Oh my gosh. I think even if I went back to watch that video, I think I could see the cookie coma hitting me. I was done. Kimberly, you want to come to book club for a bottle of wine in exchange for a book? Well, everybody brings a book and a bottle. So I'm going to bring a red, of course, but I've decided for the month of January, I'm not going to drink any alcohol. Not because I was like drinking. I just decided like after Christmas, because I basically had a glass of wine like every single day. I mean, every day. And my dad has a really nice like wine collection, so I was like tasting everything. And I think by the time I got on the cruise ship, it was just like, girl, please, you can't drink anything else. I just want the wine, please. By the way, So I've officially announced that I'm going to make a travel channel. It's really, really happening. And I can't decide if I should kick it off with this whole Royal Caribbean cruise ship that I was just on, which Kimberly, I messaged you on Instagram in the DMs. I was like, girl, that ship, you would have been done. We wouldn't have slept. I can tell you right now, we would not have slept. Chucky and I took 2 naps on Friday. We got on the ship at 10:30. We were like walking around, went to the Windjammer by like 11:30 before like the crowd hit. And then we were still walking around the ship. The rooms were open by 1. We went to the room at 1. I'm not kidding you, Kimberly. We fell asleep and took a 2-hour nap. Then we got up and we were like, oh my gosh, there's still so much to see. So we were walking around even more. We did one of the like fine dining dinners. So we went to Central Park off of our 151 Central. After dinner, we went back to the room because I wanted to like, I think change my shoes or whatever. We took an evening nap. And then we woke up to like the outdoor like aqua performance. It was amazing. We were on one of the big, big ships. You would have loved it. I'm telling you, you would have loved it. Not that our ship that we went on this summer wasn't good, but this was different because it was one of their big flagship ships. So it was, whew, it was amazing. I don't know if other people are cruisers out there, but Kimberly knows I'm a cruiser. But I just can't decide. Should I put? I feel like I want to give this channel like kind of a highlight reel of what happened, but I feel like I want to go more in depth on the other one. I know I need to catch up on our messages. Ooh, all the people watching. Girl, and our balcony faced the inside. So our balcony faced the inside, but it was outside. So we could look down. First off, I could people watch the other people on the other balcony, which that was interesting. Um, that was really interesting. But we could look down below and look at the boardwalk. So that was pretty interesting too. And you know, it was big. Well, for those of you that like college football, it was big college football weekend too. But yes, the people watching was real. Oh, it was crazy. And I mean, I don't want to see like an altercation break out on a ship, but I do follow channels like other cruise ship channels. And I can't think of his name, but I don't know how, but he always finds out all the tea going on all these ships. Sometimes I have to like not watch. I prefer when he like actually goes on ships, but I think in between trips, he will just like report on things that are going on. Um, but I guess there's been like a big thing about fights breaking out on ships. I don't want to see a fight, but I always jokingly say like, is this going to be the thing that makes me TikTok famous because I see a fight? I don't want that to be the case, but I'm just saying if I happen to be there and I happen to film it and I happen to go viral, I'm not going to argue about that either. So, yes, all the people watching, it was a lot of people to be watching, trust me. Trust me. But for the most part, they were decent. They weren't crazy. Um, I don't remember anything strange happening. Um, because it's a bigger ship and the time of the year, there were kids on the ship, which was not bad. But I don't know, when I go on bigger ships, I just feel like the ships are made for everybody. So, I didn't feel like the kids were really cramping my style. And I will say for those that like the parts of the ship that are like for adults only, I would say you would probably love the solarium that they had on the ship. It was massive compared to the other ones that I've seen. So, anyways, I'm gonna hop off. I think we're down to like one person, but I'm gonna go because I need to like wash the lettuce and all the things. They're all done. D. Oh my gosh. I'm the right person, but the wrong person to talk to about cruise ships. I'm the right person if you want to do it. I'm the wrong person if you need someone to talk you out of it. My parents took my brother and I on our first cruise 20. years ago. We concluded 20 years ago, um, during Christmas, and we went to Cozumel. We went to Cozumel and like some other place in the Caribbean. Yeah, no, I'm the right person, but the wrong person. But I'm the right person in terms of like maybe cruising isn't your thing, but you want to like travel in some other way. I feel like I can give good advice there too. So, um, but yeah, so I've been cruising for 20 years. We did the first one in 2004. And then I feel like I didn't cruise again. It was like a long stint, like 6, 7 years. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna have to do. So you're saying save the Royal Caribbean, the recent one, put it on the Travel Channel. Maybe I should kick it off there. I don't know. I just feel like, but I still want to share with you guys some clips of the ship. Um, but I feel like for the Travel Channel, there's so many other things I can dive into. Oh my gosh. Just from the ship alone. But I'll save it for the Travel Channel, I guess. And I'll just give this channel a highlight reel and just like plop it in to be like, here's a little bit. Put it in both, but direct everyone to the full video on the Travel Channel. Yes. That's a great idea. So maybe I'll do like a short. Because I still have, I think I mentioned I have this other, if y'all are interested in knowing whatever happened to the book event that I did back in November. I never posted that video, but I feel like people need to know. Oh man, that was interesting. And there's still some aftermath that I could post about. Um, and I talked to my creative partner about it because I was just like, what do you think? What do you think I should do? And I just basically laid out everything that had happened, and yeah, yeah, it wasn't good. That's all I can say. It did not end well, but you know what? As a solo entrepreneur, there was a lot that I learned from that experience, and this is kind of my first time kind of managing things on my own. Yeah, yeah, just managing on my own, and it was like it. Yeah, it just solidified that I needed to kind of do some things differently in the future. Um, all I'll say is I ended up reading the book to 6 adults, and I was just like, this is not freaking it. Yeah. So, but the lady that I was in contact with via text, she was amazing. But I'll share more of that. I think I'll post that video maybe Sunday or Tuesday of next week. I haven't decided yet, but we'll see. We will see. But I'm going to hop off for sure. Y'all have a great night, a great morning, great evening. And those of you that catch the recap, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting this small channel. We're slowly growing. Yes, I need to go eat. So talk to y'all later. Bye.